What's going on, everybody? Joe Daniels here from Swing This Kettlebell and Strength. I'm going to try to make it through this pre-workout mix that I have concocted and tell you a little bit about it while I have this incredible pain in my right eye. So we'll see how it goes, if I can continue to do it without cussing. So anyway, what I got here, I'm just going to do some light strength stuff. I did deadlifts and lots of kettlebell jerks yesterday. So anyway, haven't been really on track with eating my normal food, so it's a little close to my training session. I need something that's going to be quickly digested, not sitting in my stomach, which I'm not going to be able to digest if I'm training. So anyway, what I've got here is I made a green green smoothie, basically. No, it doesn't have a lot of vegetables, so what this is different than what most people are thinking. So let me just go. I actually got this the first time I've tried it, the Modern Protein from USP Labs. I grabbed this when I was out in Portland at Elite Performance Center with Chris Duffin. He had that, and I like it. So I took that back with me after having a heavy pat down almost in the airport because of that beautiful container. Anyway, so what I've done is I use matcha tea. As you can see, it's in there in the Vitamix. Matcha tea is basically the whole plant in a fine powder. All sorts of good benefits from that. I like using it prior to training. Anyway, it's got a pretty damn good taste when you mix it with vanilla stuff. I use some MSM powder. So basically, MSM helps the cell be a little bit more permeable. The cell wall, I believe. Anyway, I could do more research, but some joint stuff, and basically it doesn't have any toxicity, so you can't really overdo it. So I put about a teaspoon or so 1 or 2 times a day. Then, actually, I put some coconut oil in there for my fats because I'm not going to do a lot of intense. I mean, the weights are going to be light. It might be intense more conditioning-wise, but I'm not going to need a lot of glycogen. I'm not going to be using a lot of carbohydrates, so I'm doing a higher fat thing. And coconut oil is pretty quick to digest. I feel real good when I have that. Then I've added a little bit of local honey in this sweet little bear here. Maybe a tablespoon of honey in there for a little bit of carbohydrates, some quick energy. And I've rounded it out by adding a little bit of hemp powder, hemp protein powder. Not so much for the protein content, but for the fatty acid content. So instead of having only saturated fats from the coconut oil, I'm getting some more mono and poly in here. But what I like about hemp protein is, look at the potassium content. That's a lot of potassium. That's like a small banana. But anyway, most of the stuff we have that's pre-made is loaded in too much sodium, and you know how I feel about just sodium. You definitely want sea salt on your foods to get other minerals. So anyway, sea salt your foods instead of table salt. So this thing should be pretty good, and about to fire it up. Never mind that shot glass back there. This guy ready to go. Gotta love that Vitamix. That thing's killer. Already had it for several years, and it's never had a problem. Highly worth the money. So anyway, that's what I'm having this morning, is the Modern Protein vanilla with matcha and a little bit of hemp powder, MSM, coconut oil, and some local honey.